stress and anxiety isn't just uncomfortable, it tends to be debilitating. Around 40 million adults in the US alone experience the ill effects of anxiety issues, which are the most well-known psychological maladjustments in the country. Luckily, anxiety is entirely treatable. Here are some demonstrated ways of quieting down and ease up. Meditation. Dr. Elizabeth Hogue, right-hand educator of psychiatry at Harvard Medical School, says meditation is ideally suited for lessening anxiety, both short-term and long-term. People with anxiety have a problem dealing with distracting thoughts that have too much power. You might think, I'm late, I might lose my job if I don't get there on time, and it will be a disaster. Mindfulness teaches you to recognize, oh, there's that thought again. I've been here before, but it's just that, a thought, and not a part of my core self. Examination shows you just need 10 to 15 minutes of meditation each day to get the health advantages, which includes reducing stress hormone levels, increasing serotonin, and strengthening your ability to let go of thoughts that don't serve you. Go into the forest. From 2004 to 2012, Japanese authorities burned through $4 million concentrating on physiological effects of forest bathing, which simply implies investing energy around trees. They observed that it lessens tension, boosts your immune system, and enhances sensation of prosperity. You don't have to go to vigorously forested region. Individuals in urban communities get similar advantages in a park. Like meditation, you don't need a lot of exposure to get the health effects. You definitely need normal amount. Researchers say part of justification for the decrease of tension has to do with the essential oil trees emit, aka phytoncide. Taking in tree air doesn't simply feel fresher, it really is. It supports your admission for phytoncide, which works on your general well-being. Diary. As per clinician L. Kevin Chapman, PhD. When we experience stress and the negative emotions associated with it, we typically stay in our own heads and do little to address our thinking. Rather than spending time with poisonous thoughts, he proposes diminishing tension with objective recording. Here's the way you do it. Draw a line down the center of piece of paper. Mark the left section, negative things I'm saying to myself. Mark the right, choices. Fill out both. When we simply acknowledge what we are saying to ourselves out of stress, we often realize how silly we are being, says Chapman. Multiple studies back up the idea that writing out your thoughts and feelings help you process emotion in a healthy way, significantly reducing anxiety. One review showed that individuals who journaled about disturbing occasions for only 20 minutes every day for 3 days recuperated for physical wounds more than 75% quicker than the benchmark group. Another showed that college students who engaged in expressive writing experienced less depression, anxiety, and stress after 2 months than control students. Get sufficient rest. If you don't take anything else from this, hear this. If you're inclined to anxiety, it's important that you get sufficient rest. As per neuroscientists out of UC Berkeley, when you don't get sufficient rest, your mind's amygdala and separate cortex both light up in an example like the unusual neural action of individuals with anxiety problems. Senior review creator Matthew Walker says, "These findings help us realize that those people who are anxious by nature are the same people who will suffer the greatest harm from sleep deprivation." All in all, in case you are restless, you are undeniably bound to foster an all-out anxiety problem if you don't get sufficient rest constantly. It's vital that your mind gets the rest you want. Laughter. Laughter is a simple, modest, and shockingly powerful method of diminishing tension and boosting mood. The Mayo Clinic says laughing animates your heart and lungs, getting loads of oxygen-rich air. It likewise ups your endorphins, the brain's feel-good neurotransmitter, and improves your immune functioning. Numerous examinations show that while laughing at first triggers your pressure reaction, making your pulse and circulatory strain spike. When it dies down, it quiets your sensory system down to a point where you feel loose, yet all at once loose and glad. My favorite way to get in a quick laugh is to watch bloopers of some kind. Browse your email less. Specialists out of University of British Columbia took 124 review members and had one gathering limit how frequently they browsed their email, to 3 times each day in particular. The other gathering could check as regularly as they needed. Maybe obviously, specialists observed that individuals were less anxious when they browsed their email less often. The key here is to restrict how regularly you are doing it. It's not tied in with disregarding your obligations, yet about not hoping each time you see an email notice spring up on your telephone. Consider taking all that time you're saving by not browsing your email to meditate, diary, go into the forest, as well as watch a funny video. You'll be the most loosened up individual in the blink of an eye.